All right, everybody, and welcome back once again. Tony here, and you're probably getting sick of seeing my face, but that's okay because I have an even better looking face right over here. Joining today is a dear friend of mine, a close partner of ours, Tom Balanda, partner manager over at Trustpilot, the world's best top reviews platform, especially for e-commerce merchants. And you know, Tom and I, we've been working together for quite some time. Tom, man, how you doing?
Hanging in there, man. As you can see, I got my humble abode. This is where I'm basically doing most of my work. As you might not imagine, the couch. I know the couch hasn't been as comfortable as I expected, though. I gotta get myself a new setup.
You need an ergonomic desk chair. You know what I mean?
I would love a standing desk chair or just a very a massage desk chair sounds perfect right now. Let's see if I can expense that.
In all honesty, we have a standing desk in our office, and my mom got me my desk here, like when I have my home office here, and they went up by happenstance buying the same exact standing desk, so I can like crank it up, crank my desk up, so it breaks it up a little bit. It's supposedly much better for your heart too to stand every once in a while.
Absolutely, yeah. We have standing desks at our vacant office right now.
Right.
But yeah, what are you gonna do? Everyone's kind of rolling with the punches here, and luckily you and I can still interact like this.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, and to get to interact with everybody out there. And I'm really excited to have you here because I mean we've obviously been partnered for a while now, and I think the one thing is Trustpilot. You guys, not only have you had an incredible impact on many merchants' lives, and I know that there's some incredible stories. Some of the retailers that you've worked with, but you are really bringing something to the table that merchants, I mean, it's crucial. It's necessary. You need this. Product reviews, seller reviews, everything, social proof that can enhance almost nearly every aspect of an e-commerce business's presence online.
Yeah, it's more important now more than ever. I mean, everyone is shifting to shopping online. There's no brick and mortar stores that they can hold true and know how they operate. Everyone's kind of taking a leap of faith on these companies, in terms of their shipping policies, returns, any kind of customer service. It's really testing their ability to communicate online and digitally only, not having that personal presence.
Yeah, and I mean, look, product reviews, they increase sales, they help improve average order value. You can use user-generated content. Again, there's that social proof element. I mean, it boosts SEO. I mean, it's an all-around important aspect of a digital strategy. But I think going to get a question that we usually get is like what merchants should be focusing on, like as far as like how to make the most out of reviews these days, especially.
Well, the biggest thing now is volume. You take advantage of all the consumers that are online right now. Being able to, on a massive scale, reach out to your customers and get their feedback. That not only helps with the customer service and the social proof, but also within your Google Shopping ads. Like if you collect more product reviews on your product pages on the website, customers that don't quite know your brand name, don't quite know what they're looking for, but they start their search on Google, they're more likely to see your product, your brand, if it has more social proof behind it.
Yeah, of course. We got product ratings that make the ad units stand out. But now we have these free Google Shopping listings, brand new. Already seeing clicks and traffic getting to these. But the one thing I think is really needs to be adapted into this are product reviews. And they're showing up on these, and it makes it ever so more important for not only advertising, but these free reviews these free listings and potentially having product reviews on them. This is just icing on the cake, right? This is just another incredibly important and powerful way to drive more traffic and to prove to customers that you're a trustworthy source.
Yeah, it drives traffic. It obviously drives conversion in turn. But what a lot of people don't realize is reviews, having more customer engagement, more customer feedback, it actually increases the average order value of every customer. So therefore, you're getting a higher customer lifetime value out of each and every person. And having all that content on the front end, much lower cost of acquisition too.
Awesome. Do me a favor, walk me through, like, what typically a relationship with a Trustpilot and a merchant, like, what does that look like? Starting from the experience, and I know, like, again, we've connected. We're very much people first companies. We focus on people, and I know you have some awesome success stories, and I know you want to share, and I want everybody to hear about one that, I mean, I was like, I saw it on TV, so then I had to, like, Tom, I didn't know this, Tom. And we'll get to that in a little while, but tell me a little bit about that relationship. Like, how do you essentially work with the merchant and then help them onboard to the products that you offer and the services that you offer?
Well, I think the first step is pinpointing what the needs are in brand reputation management. Because Trustpilot it's like the third party stamp of approval that is an unbiased platform to any brand. It's completely open to the customer's feedback, and we stay transparent with all these reviews. We don't block any bad reviews to come to light or actually publish to the Trustpilot profile page. That there is their hub of customer feedback that anybody can go to, submit their own feedback or apply to another person's review. But where that takes you is if you actually have that brand reputation and all those reviews, a high volume to choose from, each company that works with Trustpilot can actually use those reviews and showcase them around the website. Like the highlighted reviews, 4 and 5 stars that they really want to enforce on their website and show customers that, hey, we do have this really good feedback, but without taking away the transparency of the Trustpilot profile page. Now, when it comes to leveraging these reviews elsewhere, we have custom integrations with social media platforms. Google and Bing, major partner of ours, we're very successful on their search results, but also in their YouTube ads, TV ads.
Yeah, right.
You see probably Trustpilot everywhere now, because we have various tools that allows customers or companies to use these featured reviews in any digital asset they want, any kind of video ad, picture ad, and one of the biggest stories I think you're alluding to is this honeypot fiasco.
Oh man,
a couple of months ago.
And I think that people, I'm sure anybody who's watched this may have actually seen this, heard of it, saw the commercial, or saw the article, because it came up in my Discover feed. And again, like, I think I was like, I gotta talk to Tom. This is amazing.
Well, long story short, honeypot, they're a woman-owned feminine products company that was promoted during Black History Month, and it was exclusive rights for Target. So they had a co-marketing commercial there, and the backlash that commercial got on Honeypot's Trustpilot page was ridiculous. I mean, we had people coming in writing fake reviews or slandering the brand because, well, either they had some unsavory opinions or they were just unfortunately pissed off that day and they wanted to share it with everybody. But we couldn't stop those bad reviews from being published because people took it upon themselves to write it on the Trustpilot page. Those bad reviews, though, in turn resulted in a lot of good reviews, people coming to the defense of the brand and saying, hey, no, we don't want to say this. We want to actually show how quality this brand is and how much we support them. But with those bad reviews, those slanderous reviews, Trustpilot took hold of them. We stopped the collection of reviews, which was tough because in the first 48 hours after that commercial, they collected over 17,000 reviews.
Whoa.
Yeah. And only a small portion of them were bad, but we had to sift through them. Because that's where our managed services comes in with the larger volume of reviews and larger transactional clients. And we took it upon ourselves to skim through each and every one of those reviews, make sure, even if there was a bad one, as long as it wasn't slanderous, as long as it wasn't any kind of racist comment or illegal language or any scan spam, something like that, we let it slide. I mean, but we were able to pinpoint who was trolling this website, who was trying to bash the brand just because of their own personal views. And we don't allow for that. Any Trustpilot reviewer is either a verified purchaser and gets personally invited by the brand to write a review, or it's someone that takes it upon themselves to go to their Trustpilot profile page and write their feedback, whether good or bad.
I mean, I commend Trustpilot and I commend your staff, because you guys, not only did you do this somewhat programmatically, you have software and technology that was able to sift through a lot of that, but it really took incredible people who stepped in and said, no, we're not going to let this happen, and we're going to, help honeypot throughout this, this incredibly, what started off as a very negative experience, but what I understand turned out to be incredibly positive for them. And they, I thought it was incredible. It was very heartwarming and incredible to see that. And the fact that it came up on multiple occasions, whether I was watching this on TV and then seeing it in my news feed, it was just absolutely incredible. And I think it's a testament, especially to the times right now, what's going on, coronavirus, the spread of COVID. And while there's good news and, kind of not much news at all, so to speak, it definitely proves that this time especially is a time that business owners, regardless of type, honestly, we could be talking, look, you're out there, you're an e-commerce business owner. Yes, absolutely. This is a crucial part of anybody's arsenal, but it is also for any business owner, for any type of business, having social proof, having clout with real people that have had incredible experience with your brand. I mean, Tom, to talk me through some of like what's been going on, especially through coronavirus, like the trends that you're seeing on your end, like how many more people are potentially looking for your services, or even just upticks and changes in the review game, essentially.
Well, we've seen a lot of different trends across the industries. There's some that are thriving right now, some that are taking a pretty bad hit. It does vary across regions too, because Trustpilot is a global company. The industries have varied. Like in the UK, courier services has taken maybe about a 200% jump in review invites and actually transactions as well. Yeah. So we're looking at the various industries, in a one-off basis. Well, overall, customers need to rely on each other more. It's the trust that we had in brands when they had that physical presence was much higher now when we don't have a face-to-face interaction with them.
Right.
You need to have social proof, like you said, other customers vouching for it to actually buy a product. I mean, think about it from a consumer standpoint. If now you're only shopping online and you go to a brand that claims that they do all this great stuff, free 2-day shipping, free returns, excellent customer service, great. I'm sure everyone has to say that now because they're only focused online. But where's the proof behind that? So today, we're seeing a lot higher volume of reviews being written because people have the time. They're sitting on their couch. They're shopping online a hell of a lot more. I personally can say I have. I've been on a few binges, but it's just quarantine for you. But when you look at the result of the higher volume of reviews coming in, the brands that leverage those in multiple platforms, on the website, on their product pages with product reviews, with visual reviews on their products as well, in their social media platforms across Google and Bing, when they leverage the higher volume in more places, the results skyrocket. I mean, they're able to increase their sales, increase their click-through rates on any kind of email or shopping ads. The volume is there. Brands just have to take advantage of it. And that's where we come in, because there are a few platforms out there that allow you to showcase reviews, whether it's on your website or syndicated to a different merchant. But showing the Trustpilot stamp of approval, having it be that third-party, unbiased opinion, that's left up to the masses.
Yeah.
It gives these brands a lot more trustworthiness than they've had before online anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And I know we see it. I know our customers see it. And we honestly, we get this question, I would say at least 3 or 4 times a day. How do I link my product reviews? How do I connect my product reviews to my shopping ads, my Bing shopping ads, my Google shopping ads? Can I propagate these on my social media? I'm doing this on my Facebook shop, for example. And it really just goes to show you this is all part and parcel. There's all these elements to a digital strategy, whether it's advertising, marketing, on-site SEO, on-site optimization, conversion rate optimization, they all have to work hand in hand to bring about positive change for merchants and growth. And I think it's astronomical, because I think product reviews sit in an incredibly unique position to help merchants. And it's something that I think that merchants would be amiss not to at least consider and consider thinking about now, especially and moving into the future. As I think that the coronavirus and everything, and we discussed this internally. I know that people are talking about how this is going to shift consumer behavior, just the human behavior, for who knows how long to come. And business owners really need to start jumping on that bandwagon, thinking about what the future has in store for them, right?
So, I mean, you think about the businesses that haven't really focused on digital before, and we've seen it time and again. They're nervous to focus on customer reviews and giving the customers a voice, because they've seen what happens on Yelp. I mean, they've seen what happens on these other platforms where customers take it upon themselves to write a review. They're not invited by the brand. It's not a warm invite. It's not a warm review. It's someone that is either on the one end of the spectrum, really pissed off, 1-star review that just wants to show the whole world, or the high end of the spectrum. And as you know, a person with a good experience, they tell 2 people. Someone with a bad experience, they tell 2 people. So that's where a lot of these brands that are just adopting digital strategies are hesitant. But what we tell them is, even a bad review can be really good press. Having that bad review come in through Trustpilot and the ability to respond to that review on their Trustpilot profile is huge for customer engagement and showing that you're actually trustworthy within your customer base.
Right, of course. Now, I do you have like a guide, like almost like, I guess, like your, whether it's a credo or like a guidance, something like maybe your team, like how you help merchants like understand the importance of responding to reviews? Because I know I often talk to merchants, say, look, I have all these great reviews, and I said, did you respond to any of them? And they'd be like, well, here and there. But as important it is to get reviews and showcase reviews and be able to share them across various channels, it's just as important and vital for the business owner or the merchant to be responding to the reviews and be responding to them in a human manner, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a consumer who wants to know that they're being heard. And if they're just posting their review and there's no interaction back from the brand, good or bad, then they don't know whether or not the brand is engaged with them as a customer.
Right.
So the more engagement that a brand shows back to the customer reviews, either thanking someone for writing a great review and potentially hoping to get another customer referral out of them, or trying to fix a customer's issue on a bad review. Either way, that is good interaction that shows that you are engaged with your customers, which is more important now than ever, especially since customers need to know that there's someone on the other line.
Right.
They can't go to a shop and see someone on the other side of the counter. They need to know that they're still getting that same attention online, and they're not just another number in the books.
Of course. Like you said, like one person tells 2, tells 6, tells 15, whatever it might be, right? The same goes for responding to reviews in a digital manner, because the next person to come and purchase sees that review and sees that the store owner has responded to the review and says, well, okay, this is beautiful. Now I feel even more intrigued. I'm more intrigued. I'm more curious, or I have a better, that fuzzy feeling that this is a brand I can trust. This is and even when the store owner, I know when I was talking to our co-founder Greg, he told me, he brought up a story about a CEO who essentially, anytime a good review or a good experience was had, he had a personal phone call with that interaction. He would literally pick up the phone, and it would be the CEO, and he would call and say, hey, I love that. It could be either way. I heard you had a bad experience. What can I do to help? I heard you had a great experience. Tell me more about it. Or thank you very much, and I couldn't, it's that human to human interaction that even in a digital format, it's still there, and it still creates an emotional response in a shopper or a user. Oh my God!
There's the dog. So I gave him a bone, was hoping he'd get too distracted, but no, Brody is, he's excited to have have me home.
Oh my
constantly.
God.
He's going to go through one hell of a depression when I have to go back to the office.
Oh, I love it though.
Hey, you can say hi, Brody. Come on. We'll say hi to the
Video
fans.
bombs. Hey, Brody. Everybody say hi.
All right, there's your bone, Brody. That's home life for you.
We'll interview Brody next time.
Yeah.
But perfect time with the dog bomb, man. I mean, like, I've had a great time talking. I think you've shared some incredible insight. I mean, some unbelievable advice. Everybody out there, if you're not thinking about it, even if you are thinking about it, I'm going to be sharing some links and some information regarding Trustpilot and some of the incredible studies and stories that you shared with me. Some essentially, great content surrounding, why reviews are important, what they can do for your business. And I thank you, Tom, for sharing all of that with me and sharing and being able to jump on with me today. Do you have any final words, any parting words for anybody? Because I always like to say, stay healthy, stay safe, and remain informed. What you tell me, you tell everybody out there.
Well, first of all, it's awesome to work with you, Tony. I mean, you guys over at Sales and Orders, this has been one hell of a partnership so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes, especially since everyone is online now more than ever.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to tell all the fans out there is, yes, stay safe, stay healthy, but stay sane. This quarantine can get to a lot of us.
Yes.
Stay active. Yeah.
Don't let
keep your head on.
Yes. Take a break.
It'll be over. It might not be over soon, but we will find a new norm.
Yes. Sooner than later,
Yes,
hopefully,
exactly.
but we'll see what happens, right? But again, Tom, thank you so much, everybody. Tom Balanda of Trustpilot, this world's top reviews platform for e-commerce persons, for business owners, you name it. Again, check out the description below with some more information. If you have any questions, leave us some comments. You can always reach out to me. You know how to find me. I'm sure. Come onto our website, live chat with us. No problem. I'm sure I'll answer. But Tom, again, thank you for joining me. Everybody out there, have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, honestly. And again, stay sane. Keep this lockdown tight.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thanks again.
Thanks, Tony. Take care.
I'll talk to you later.